Hello guys, welcome back to my beat, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build on the side of your cars. So you could have basic designs like these right here. These just have a slope and it's just coming in right there. But you could just use pieces like this. Generally you could use these pieces, or you could use a piece like this, and it's just really good because you could just put more decoration and it'll cover up that little part right there. Or you could just always use a piece that hangs over like this. If your person is sitting all the way in the front, you could just take out this whole piece and just put it right here instead. Now you could usually just do this, but make sure there's a space for the wheel well if you're using this chassis piece, because usually this is where it would go, but you could just offset it and then have more room to put stuff on there depending on your proportions. You could also put these pieces right here that look like this and just put it on here. It'll put some sort of little gap, but if you don't want that gap, just build your own chassis with a piece going like this. Doesn't have to be exactly look like this. It is relative to this, so you can see that if I put it on right here, it matches up just right there. But if you do want an offset, you could use this piece instead, and you can see there's an offset. Now you can just pretend this is the back of your car and you're trying to get the back proportions right. You could do this. You see there that it's actually proportionate. It's exactly smoothed off right here. So if you want it to end up like that, you would have to go back 2 studs, because this piece right here, like I showed you earlier, creates an offset like this much. But you can see the top part right here is actually not offset. It's lined up with this. So on this side, when you grab a brick piece, it perfectly grabs onto right here. Now on this build right here, you can see that there's studs that are facing upward, and then there's studs that are facing sideways. It lines up so perfectly because the offset is just enough to line up, and that offset is this much. It lines up so perfectly, so you could still connect them in the back right here, and on the top right here, you could do on the side too. Now I wouldn't recommend it with the side part unless you're doing like a wide body, but you could do this too. Another thing when building stuff, this piece right here has 2 studs high and it has a stud on the side, but this one does not. And when they come together, they form a perfect fit right there. When you're building an offset, you could also do it like this too. You can see it perfectly fits on like that. I recommend building this when you have a 1-seater. So that means a car like this right here, he only sits right in the middle, so all around him he has sideways builds right there, and there's just a bunch of them underneath too. And you can see that there's big bricks like this on the side. Or you could just do something like this car. It doesn't have any sideways building, only on the chassis piece right here. And one more thing about these pieces right here, if you line them up right there, you see that this one has an offset, and to fix that, just grab a piece like that. You can see now they're aligned. Now if you want to have something sideways like this, so you can continue your build on from right here, you should use this piece like this, because you can see that this whole side right here that I'm building on is just covered up right here so cleanly, and there's not a lot. You can do the same thing with this piece right here, just by putting on some of these pieces like that and then putting this piece sideways. So the best part about this piece right here, it has an offset just like this one right here, except it has a stud on the bottom right there. So you could just do that. It's just a 1x1 stacked on a 1x1, but it's a mold, and you have this piece out here that makes it a little bit offset, so it's just enough to put a stud and it could fit and have it smooth right there. This piece also has an offset, so you could put a piece on like this and then have your bottom part maybe like the side of your car. But anyway, that's all I'm going to be showing today. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.